Hello, this is Brian Westbrook, Executive Director and founder of Coalition Life. And I'm so excited to help you to both save thousands of dollars on your Missouri and federal taxes, and also help you to save lives from abortion right here in the Midwest. So, we're going to talk first and foremost about just who Coalition Life is, and then also how we can together save lives from abortion, and of course, save some taxes along the way. And so we're going to just jump right into it. We were founded in 2011, so we were about 11 years old organization, and we do something called sidewalk counseling. In fact, we go directly to where abortions happen in front of these abortion facilities. This is Fairview Heights, Illinois, and then we also are up in Flossmoor, Illinois. That's a suburb of Chicago. And we also go out to the abortion facilities and actively pray for those who are going in for these abortions. And so we're very, very excited that throughout our ongoing history, we have been able to see so many different results of something we call sidewalk counseling. So sidewalk counseling, we have seen 3,370 turnarounds. These are women going in for an abortion who left to choose life-affirming options. So 3,370 right outside these abortion facilities. And we've had a total turnarounds this last year of 340. And that number just keeps going up every single year. We go out and we pray. We pray for an end to abortion in front of these facilities. We've seen 57,000 hours of prayer out in front of these facilities. And of course, we run a pregnancy center we call Women's Care Connect. And since 2016, we have seen 3,485 clients perform 274 ultrasounds, and we're currently serving over 100 clients right now at the present moment. And so we're very excited about being able to continue to save lives from abortion. And at the end of the day, it's about helping them to choose life. And so, this is Nicole and Tyler here with little Juliet. And Juliet is a result of people being on the streets and ultimately helping them to choose life. And of course, Juliet was born as a result of working with our team on the sidewalks, but then also our pregnancy center. Our pregnancy center presents them with an ultrasound, that pregnancy test, and ongoing coaching to be able to save the life of that little unborn child. So that's the ministry in a nutshell. And we're so blessed that you're thinking of supporting our ministry at Coalition Life. And so now let's talk about taxes. Taxes is, of course, a thing that we all have to deal with. But I did want to walk through something called the Missouri state tax credits. And I'm going to walk through just what is a tax credit. So a tax credit is different than a tax deduction. A deduction is lowering your income, and your federal and state deductions are pretty standard. But then you still have leftover. The tax credit potentially could eliminate all of your Missouri taxes. And so that is a 70% tax credit because we run a pregnancy center here in the state of Missouri. So what are the requirements? It's actually pretty simple. You have to at least owe some Missouri taxes and also have given at least a $100 donation up to a $71,500 donation to a qualified pregnancy center, which of course Coalition Life is one of those pregnancy centers. And what do I need to become eligible? Really, in a nutshell, you have to pay Missouri taxes, or your business might also owe Missouri taxes as well. And we'll talk about businesses and how you can leverage that as well a little bit later. So what does the process look like? It's actually pretty simple. You send a donation before December 31st, and then from there, we will send you a one-page piece of paperwork. You'll sign that out, fill it fill it out, send it back to us here at Coalition Life, and we'll send it off to the state. From there, we will be able to, the Department of Social Services, will send that paperwork back to you within about 45 days. So if you're making a December donation and want to substantially eliminate most of your, if not all of your Missouri taxes, it's a great way to get that done. And then the paperwork can be done fairly quickly before some of the deadlines that come up for filings. How much is your tax credit worth? So we're going to go over to my other screen here and really take a look at what a tax credit is really worth. Let me make my screen a little bit bigger. And so here's a quick little spreadsheet. We'll start at the bottom here. So for a donation of $1,750, you would take a state tax credit of $1,200. Of course, your regular deductions based on your tax bracket. So that could cost you as little as $249 out of pocket. We're going to talk about donor advised funds as well here in a minute, where you can save even more. $3,500 could cost you as little as $497 out of pocket, $25,000, $3,500, and of course, $71,500 gets you the maximum of $50,000 tax credit, which then, of course, would give you a $10,000 out-of-pocket donation. So let's talk about a donor advised fund, because in this example, you get a benefit. So the $71,500 donation, you would get a benefit of $50,000. So these deductions are based on the remainder after that credit. If you use a donor advised fund, again, I'm not a tax accountant, so please talk with your tax accountant on this. A $71,500 donation to a donor advised fund would in fact return some substantial federal and state deductions based on this number. And then if you took a distribution from that donor advised fund, this transaction lives independently of the top one with a $50,000 tax credit and giving you a negative $7,000 out of pocket. If we look at some of these lower numbers, a $1,000 donation would give you a negative $103 out of pocket. So if you're in the 35% tax bracket, it has a huge benefit. Even if you're in a 22% tax bracket, you pay very, very little, even if you're in those very high numbers of only $1,900 out of pocket if you're using a donor advised fund to do that. So let's take a look a little further. Let's see. So what is a typical time frame? We can return these things within about a month or so of our paperwork. So we're going to send you something in the mail. You have to physically sign it. No, they won't allow an e-sign, sadly. And then that will go directly off to the state of Missouri. Once it's sent back to us, we have to add some additional supporting paperwork and a signature. And then that goes off to the state of Missouri. And then at some point along the way, roughly around 45 days later, they will be able to send that back to you. So from start to finish, you're from 60 to 90 days to get through that entire process. And then what if you're unsure of where you're at in the process? You certainly can call our office. The phone number will be on this website, along with contacting myself directly at brian@coalitionlife.com, or one of our team members, Maggie, Maggie, at coalitionlife.com. And of course, you can call our phone number at 827-4039. And so that's the Missouri State tax credits for pregnancy resource centers. And as we move forward, how do you actually put this in your taxes? So I'm going to go just a little deeper. And so I apologize if I'm going too deep here, but wanted to show you how you would actually file this if you were an individual. So let me bring this back up here again. And let me see if this is large enough here. So this is the Missouri 1040 form. And so if you scroll down to the third page, oops, on line 40 here, there's the MOTC, the Missouri Tax Credit line. And so it's only a 3-page, maybe a 4-page document, but MOTC is this document right over here. And it's just a very simple document that you would use, and you would type in PRC here. The state of Missouri would send you a piece of paperwork that would give you this number, and then you would deduct that off your total taxes. And so I would, if I were, my wife and I do this every single year, but total tax would be 34, line 34, and we multiply that number times 1.43. And I've got a quick little calculator over here. So if I owed $1,000 worth of taxes to the state of Missouri, I would write a check for $1,430, and my credit would be about $1,000 if I take line 34 times 1.43. Of course, you get the deductions as well. So if I owe $10,000 worth of Missouri taxes, very simple math, $14,300 would be our suggested donation to eliminate all of your Missouri taxes. So that's the story, and we hope that you would support us. Call me directly, 314-827-4039, and I'd be glad to walk you through how you can save up to $50,000 worth of Missouri taxes. And if you leverage the the donor advised fund, you could give upwards of $83,000 and basically break even on your taxes. So it's a huge opportunity to be able to both save money, upwards of $50,000 worth of taxes, and be able to save lives. So thank you very much for your support. I hope you would consider an end-of-year donation to Coalition Life, that we can continue to work hard to save lives from abortion and have a bonus of saving money on our taxes. Have a great day.